Hello everyone, JK Origami here. Today I'm going to teach you how to fold my origami poinsettia. So yeah, this model is symmetrical. It's a flower, and the thing I like best about it is it can hold either a Hershey's Kiss or a Lindor chocolate. And if you make it from 15 by 15 centimeter, I find it works best. So I'm going to use, like I said, a 15 by 15 centimeter square of blue kami. So to start, we're going to make the water bomb base, and in case you don't know how to make it, you start right side up and fold along diagonals. And this is a beginner's model. You don't have to make, well, you should try to make precise creases, but they don't have to be that precise. This is more of a quick model rather than a very nice one, but it has a pretty good effect, I find. And then once you're done those creases, like I said, flip it over and fold in half. And in half. There we go. And flip it over so it's on the white side. Now what we do is, we're going to rotate it so it looks like this, and fold this edge in, and fold this edge in, and collapse, and squash the top part. There we go. So now we have our water bomb base. Now what we need to do is, you can either keep it like this, or if you want it to look a little bit nicer, like if you're really quick, you can do it like this. So I'll show you how to do it like this. You hold the model like this, and fold this point to there, but only make a pinch. Okay, like that. Now fold the tip to the pinch, and make pinch there. Now rotate the paper and fold this edge up to that pinch and make a pinch there. Now, let me make that a better pinch. Now rotate the model and fold this point up to that pinch, right there. And this time, make a crease. So now if you want to do it really nicely, I'll unfold this, unfold your base. And what you do is you fold this edge to the center, make a pinch, unfold, fold this edge to the pinch, and make a pinch. And then you collapse, and then you'll only have the pinch marks on this side, and you fold this point down to that pinch. So you still end up with the same thing, but it just looks a little bit nicer. So, it's like that. And now what we need to do is we need to open sink this part. So I'm going to crease it really strongly, flip it over, crease it very strongly again. Okay, and now open up the model, and we see we have this crease going all the way around, making a square. And we want to turn all the folds into mountain folds, like this. And now we push the layer down and squash. And then we can flatten. So now it should look something like this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this edge here, only one, and fold it to align with this, take this top part on only one edge and align it with the center crease. So bring this part all the way to the center like this and align it like that. So it should start from the middle point up there, like that. Okay, and do the same thing on this side. So I'm aligning it. Perfect. And crease sharply Now you can unfold, flip the model over, and repeat. So align it, and there we go. Now you can unfold. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this edge and fold it to the center crease. So this corner right to the center point. Right up there, make a sharp crease. Same thing over here, so right up to the center crease, unfold, flip the model over, align it, crease sharply, and again, right up to the center, crease sharply. Okay. Now this step is probably the hardest step we'll have for pre-creasing. But what we do is, you see we have this crease and that crease, and the point where these two intersect, we're going to make a bit of a pinch. So lift it up, find where they intersect. For me, it's right there. You can't see it that well, but it's right there. Make a small pinch, and then it should look like that. Repeat on this side. Okay, right there. And then you should have 2 pinches. And from these 2 pinches, you're not going to crease on the left and the right here. You're only going to crease in the middle and connect the 2 pinches. So there we go. And so you see I stopped right where these 2 where the lines intersect. There we go. Now, we have to repeat on the other 4 edges. If you feel confident, you don't have to do the pinch marks. You just pinch, and crease right away. And if you feel even more confident, like if this is your 2nd or 3rd time, you can just fold it up right away, find the other edge and crease, and there we go. And we have to make sure you do it on all 4. Okay, there we go. So now it should look something like this. And now we're done our pre-creasing. So, like I said, it's a very simple model. And yeah, it holds the chocolate. So, now we're going to begin our collapsing. So we have this crease, and let's just refold that crease sharply. Okay. Now what we do is we're going to open sink this. So the way we do that is open up the paper, and you'll see we have this crease here inside the square that we already sunk. So you're going to push that up to the surface, like that, and pinch into a mountain fold, and do the same thing. This crease is already a mountain, and repeat on this crease over here. So make that into a mountain, like that. And now you're just going to push this in, and this crease, that crease, and that crease all need to be valleys. So push them in and close up the fold. Now it should look like that. Okay, now we need to repeat on all the other flaps. So again, open it up, squash the paper, reverse the creases, and we're good. And again, open up the paper, squash the folds, reverse the creases, and close. Okay, and you see they might want to come open like that one did, but just push them back together. And the last one is going to be the hardest, because all the other ones are already done and you need to keep them closed. But yeah, it's still pretty simple. Okay, there we go. So here we go. Now we have something that looks like this. And you can probably already tell this part here in the middle is going to be what holds the chocolate. So, now what we have to do, this is one big long step. It's going to be probably the most difficult. So what we do is we have this crease, so we're going to kind of push it up just crease it a little bit. And if we unfold, flip the flap over and do the same thing on this crease, and then we hold the flap kind of up and do the same thing on this side, then it should kind of look like this. Now we just pull it apart, and you see we have a crease going right from where these two intersect down up. So what you do is you push the paper over the corners like that, and you make these two creases into mountain folds. So it looks like this, and then you go like that and like that. And then you close up the model on that. So now it looks like this. But whatever you do, don't crease this part, or otherwise it won't look as good or stay as nice. So then what you do is you already have this one done. So you flip this flap over, do the same thing over here. And then at the corner again, you open it up. This one's a little bit harder since that one's already done. And you just push the corners up and make the next two creases into mountain folds. And then fold them up like that. And then again, this one's already done, so flip it over and do the next one. Okay, there we go. And the last one, both sides are already done before it, so you can just do this. So now you'll see the paper kind of came a little bit unfolded. That's okay. Just have to push it back together. Should be simple if you creased it well. And you push this part back in. So now it should look something like this. And all you have to do now to get it to hold its shape is pull these corner flaps down and down and down, down, down. There we go. So now you see these edges are kind of held together. You can push them together if you want a little bit. And these creases, we already have creases over there holding the flaps in their position. You kind of have to hold it down for a couple minutes for it to stay down, but I like it when it curves a little bit. Here, this one isn't as good, but that's also because you can see I made the creases too long. But yeah, this one I was in a rush to fold, but it turned out pretty good. And this one, the creases weren't very precise, but you don't really notice it, or with these ones. So yeah, looks nice from the bottom, looks nice from the top, and you can put your chocolate in. Thanks for watching, and yeah. And as usual, enjoy.